you were raised in the dark.
I was raised.
I was born in it.
Best, it was a good villain.
And I think he has like too much of this going on.
He's like, too, but even though the Bane in
you
the
were
comics
born
was like,
in it.
Bane in the comics was like this.
Yeah, he's huge. But
anyways, don't like, don't subscribe, don't share, don't comment. We don't give a shit. Anyways, No More Podcast. Thanks for checking us out. We're here. We're gonna get into another topic my partner brought up. It's called social cues. I think a lot of people have a problem following these.
Yeah. Especially nowadays with like wearing masks and all these protective
social
gear
media
all the time. Social media. Like it's very, very complicated and hard for people to jump into it.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's very like tricky. Especially when you've been online chatting with people. You never get to see them really.
Like the mannerisms.
Yeah, that's what I could say. Like he was bringing that up and I never thought about it till he brought it up, but it's real awkward with people in meetings and talking to them and them looking you in your eye to tell you something. It's kind of like, you know what I mean, crossing their arms while they talking to you because they don't know what to do. They like, cross my.
I don't even know what to do with my hands right now.
Cross my arm, they don't know what to do then.
So we should.
Because it's so awkward now. Like it's really
very
weird.
awkward. And we work in a service business also on top of dealing with people on a daily basis. So I get to see this maybe a lot more often than most. But even taking myself and our jobs out of it, we could even think about like people who are doing meetings in Skype and doing meetings on like video chat, right? Like it happens all the time. And
except for that one guy that was jacking off in the interview.
Yeah, or like he gets up and he has like his butt out and he's like, "Hey, you put the thing on the thing."
I don't know why the guy was jacking off with Jeffrey Tobin.
But I'm just saying, like it's very hard to pick out the social cues these days because somebody's wearing a mask, so you can't really see.
See, COVID did that too, because COVID now you don't even want to get close.
You're not sure if they're happy or sad or if they're really like. I'll be talking to someone and I'm like, "Hey, listen, I just want to make sure you look. If you look at this right here,
smile now.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is me smiling.
This is me not smiling. Not be angry. Not be upset.
I'm so mad.
I'll show you mad.
Listen, you need to make sure that we do the thing.
You can't even tell. He just looks the same to me.
It's hard to tell.
Big, beautiful blue eyes.
So yeah, exactly. So hey, you have nice eyes too. But anyway, you have a good beard. You use something in your beard?
No, I don't use anything.
You don't have any like
just
cream?
Fruits and berries, juices and berries.
Oh shit! So anyway,
so
it's super complicated and
actually beard guys is my wash guys. Beard guys.
Well, if you did have any products, I'd probably try to sell it right now.
I don't have any to sell. I'm not selling anybody else's product unless they want to sponsor me for it. But go ahead.
I got you. So you know,
social cues.
Beard bomb.
I made some that didn't really work out, so I don't really sell it. You know? It was one of those things.
So if you look at what just happened, he just gave you like 50 social cues right there, right? So
like, move your hand.
Some
people are real animated when they talking. The hand gesture.
But it shows you a lot, and when I'm explaining to him.
And explain. It feels like it's better to explain.
So when I smile, right?
Why don't you roll with it?
Go. And what we're gonna do?
Then we're gonna stop.
So really, they're trying to get the fuck out of my office. They're like, so what you're gonna do is go.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Like he said, when you're walking away talking like
yeah, bro. Anyway, he's trying to get out of the room.
I don't know if it was because like how I was raised or what I was raised with, but I'm really good with like social cues.
Yeah,
so I can tell when somebody's not vibing with me.
Not really.
Right? They're not like really. We're not having a good conversation.
Never.
Like when I run into a random person,
hey man,
and they're like, "I ain't seen you in so long, Mo."
Yeah, me neither, man.
And then they kind of like are either me or them is like moving away,
like,
or they're turning their body. I'm like, "All right, bro, see you later."
Man,
and then there's some people that you be doing that to, and they still trying to like, "Yo,
anyway, they're trying to force it.
I'm trying to leave, bro."
So and I'll tell you why they do that, and a lot of studies explain it too. Is that so the person who feels uncomfortable in the situation are used to being uncomfortable, or you guys used to be comfortable at one point, so they don't know why it's uncomfortable, so they can't quite grasp it, so they force it. And when they force that conversation, they force and they push it, it's just because they're very confused on why it's not working. And a lot of the times it's because they're horrible at reading social cues.
I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to explain, bro.
We're done talking.
Don't try to hold my conversation. I'm trying to leave.
Like sometimes I
came in the store to get something and go out, and I come in the store to get there, have a recap with you for the last 10 years, and then
we go. Then I gotta go home.
I'm going home.
And now I'm in like a weird
Facebook message me or something.
Yeah. Text me.
Anyways, social cues I think is
but
really
it's super
tricky.
important to know it, and it'll help you.
Looking somebody in the eyes.
Yeah, really having a conversation and really looking at them and not breaking eye contact with them is super important, and most people don't do it, especially now. They'll be in the midst of the conversation. They're like, anyway, so yeah, I just want to
firm handshakes.
Firm hands. Right, firm handshakes. Some people just do like one of these, like
Do your fingers and shit.
or they go like. They don't even hit you with their hand anymore.
Like,
Yeah, it's real weird. You're like, like.
but COVID did that too. COVID
Yeah,
messed that up.
made things a little bit awkward.
Now you don't know if somebody wants to fist bump, if they want a handshake.
But it has been going on for a while, like you said. Like social media kind of messes it up a little bit.
Because
people
you don't see people. Like when I used to talk to people most of the time, it was either a text message or through social media. Even now, it's like you text people, and that's why you got to make emojis. That's why they had to make emojis that would show you like you would say the same thing, be like, man, that's great. And then the people would be like, is he being sarcastic? Is he not being like, what is he saying?
What is he
and then if you put like a smiley emoji, then they're like, oh, he's really happy for me,
Or you put everything in all caps, he's pissed.
Or if you say certain things.
Or you put ... He's
you could say something and it won't be funny to them.
Yeah.
But if you put laughing emojis, then they're like,
it's funny.
He's being
LOL. LOL?
Yeah.
Ling everything?
Yeah.
Don't do that, because I don't know if you really LOLing anymore or if
you laughing at me or you laughing at me?
Who are you laughing at?
You laughing at me or we laughing together?
So it was easy to take out of context because I don't know, we're not face to face. So, and a lot of people are super brave and they're also super they really want to communicate online, and then when you see them in person, and
they're not the same.
They ain't the same.
There's some people that would talk all online about that.
Just keep
and then when
blah,
you
blah,
meet me, you don't have the same energy, and it's like
I just thought, bitch, get your shit together, bro.
Online, you had paragraphs.
So understanding social cues will work on chemistry. It'll work on confidence. It'll work off of charisma, right? A lot of people who have a lot of charisma do a lot of hand talking. So they're like, listen, this is what I think, and this is how I feel, this is what I'm thinking. And a lot of that is blinding you from social cues also. So sometimes overly charismatic people, they're trying to redirect, and they're not doing it intentionally. It's just how they are. And they're redirecting you from watching the eye contact, from watching a lot of things in the mouth area that you can really see, or like you said, like me doing this, like like me having a conversation with you, I'm already standoffish. I'm already hugging. It's also a self hug. If you look at it, it's a self hug too, because you're like, I don't feel comfortable in this situation.
Once you do that, and I see somebody with their arms crossed, I already know you're not taking anything nobody says.
We're not really talking anymore.
You're not listening to me for sure.
Right. So, and if I'm very, very a big fan of watching this even in interviews. So if you watch like an interview, like we watched the interview with Bruce Lee last a couple months ago. Bruce Lee's like,
no, flow with.
I want to tell you
flow,
that thing.
But you have to flow. If you don't flow with water, then you don't flow.
He's high and shit. He's high as shit, bro. But he's like sitting there and he's talking. And when he gets into it, he's like, so and then you fuck, and then you do, and then you
see my fist. You see how my fast I punch.
And then he'll go from there to go. So anyway, so I was thinking
flowing water
thing, and I'm not sure.
Water and flow.
What are we doing here, right? So he's just, but he is
super confident.
That's somebody who's so in control of social cues that he knows how to control it instead of just kind of get surprised by. He doesn't want to be surprised. The good dude is a badass martial artist. He doesn't want to be surprised by anything. So he's super confident and he's super controlled and controlling the situation. And there's also moments where you can do that in your regular, natural, normal life. I try to make people comfortable as possible. I'm not saying mold to the mold to the person, but mold to the scenario that you're in or the conversation that you're in. And if some people don't want to talk to you, just pick up the fucking cues. Read the room.
Yeah, I don't do that. I make sure like I'm listening to you. You're not. I'm out of there, bro.
We out.
All right, bye. See you later. Bye.
See you. Bye.
I'm not trying to hold you, bro. Believe me, I'm trying to get home.
But you just got to see it. You
gotta pick up on it. A lot of people don't pick up on it. I think online has
some things are super subtle, and some things are very open. When you cut somebody off, and the guy's like, and you see him like, let's say he cuts you off, right, or like
because he can't just be.
But you see like behind, like you can see like the back of him, and you just see this. In the back of the car, you just see the shadow of him doing this.
You can't text you an angry emoji.
Yes.
That's why.
He's trying to give you.
Text this guy. So mad at
so
him
that's
right now.
The social cue on a big scale, but the small ones, they're all right there. You just need to pay attention to them and watch how they move.
How people talk.
Watch how they say
act,
things. It was natural for me.
I do that with my son. I do that. It's natural for me too.
Very natural.
I do that with my son too, and that's why when he does stuff, and I be like, "What's wrong?
No, what is it?
What's going on?
You all right?
You sound like you angry. Like you're looking like you angry." And I catch him all the time because I knew him since he was 0 years old, and now I know him. I know every movement, every reaction, and that's how I know about a lot of people.
My daughter has autism, and she was nonverbal for a long time, but she was kind of old enough to understand what we're saying, but couldn't say it. So I had to pick up on her cues, on her social things. So she didn't even know sign language, but she had her own kind of sign language, the way she wanted to talk to me, the way she wanted certain things. So I had to pick up on that, and I had to pick up on it fast because this kid needs to survive somehow. So I had to pick up that type of her language, basically. I mean, it's good parenting.
But I think the way I grew up too was a lot of people talk with their hands.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like the thing. And then also, you was about trust and who you could, trust and who you could vibe with. And so you would look at certain things that people don't look in the face.
Especially if you're in a dangerous situation too. You have to read the room well.
Yeah,
you have
that's
to
something
read
I
the situation well.
Exactly.
It could turn dangerous like this.
That's why even when I go anywhere, I'm always like looking.
I already know where the exits are.
Yeah, I know all that, but then I know
weapons.
like the people that's around too. Like I can see what's going on.
Yeah, I can see where I'm
like
at.
some people would be in the hood or in a bad neighborhood or whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh my God," but those ain't the robbers. Like these ain't the killers right here.
Yeah.
These is homeless people.
Chilling.
I'm not worried about them.
Whenever you see something pop off or something crazy happen, and the people who are calm, those are the ones.
Yeah,
they're the ones.
We know.
But you don't. But some people don't. Some people are just like, too.
Yeah, some people just.
You gotta read the room.
You gotta read the people, read what's going on, read the area.
You gotta be very aware with your surroundings and be able to read people very well. Again, I don't can just save your life, but it can help you in normal.
Help you with
it can even help you in
relationship.
business. It can help you in business and your job.
Help
It
you
can
with
help you
talking to somebody, either your husband or your wife. You gotta know these things. You gotta read people's with the way they.
Like my wife barely there was moments where we weren't talking about something, but she knows what I'm thinking before I say it. It's because we understand each other's social cues. We get it. I don't even have to say it. We've been homies for way too long.
Yeah.
And I understand what he's thinking, when he's thinking it most of the time, because I'm like, yep.
Yeah,
He'll be across the way from Home Depot, not even in the same.
And then the
aisle.
conversation will come up, and he'll be like, "I knew you was thinking that too, bro. What the hell happened?" Like, and that's how it is too. But I do that with like random people. I can like, "Bro, this guy is like," and you can tell.
Yeah.
So, but another thing is to learn from that is now you know what you're giving off too.
Yes.
Because you could be giving off anger. You could be giving off happiness. Sometimes you could be giving off anxiety or like all these different things. 'Cause you could give it off like tapping my leg thing.
Restless leg syndrome.
I have no idea how long that happened, but I do it all the time.
You've been doing it since I knew.
The table shakes. My wife was like, "Stop shaking the table."
You're like, I don't even know.
But it's like I gotta catch myself doing it, stop it, and I can stop it.
But he's aware of that one thing, and then maybe it could be taken out of context. Oh, Moses is nervous about talking about something. I look at it as just a normal thing now, though. He just does that thing.
Yeah, I just do that. No problem.
So you can't confuse the cues either.
Yeah, don't take it. Don't
look at everybody's cues as the same.
Yeah, because sometimes people will, I'm not, but for the most part, they say like closed arms mean you're not. You're being closed off. You're not listening. You're not intaking what people are saying. Right.
Hugging yourself. And
a soft handshake means you're not real confident in yourself. Respect. Yeah. Like you're not confident. You'll walk into the room and control the room type of thing. Yeah. Eye contact. You're lying sometimes.
These things will help you in your entire life with relationships, with work, with
friends, people,
everything.
Work.
Just
business.
pick up on it and read the room. Yeah. Don't just. It's okay to live your life and do your thing, right? That's part of charisma, of course. And to take control of the room, I need to be able to read it. This is the only way to do it.
It helps you a lot.
Yeah.
Helps you just going to the store, just go and ask for help or whatever.
Whatever it is. To be more personable, to be
You'll
more
see
open.
it. Once you start listening now and you go into
now that we brought it up to you, be like,
you might go to your doctor and be like, "Doctor, give me the truth." And he's like,
and you're like, "Hey,
you didn't look at my face, bro. You lying to me right now about this shit. Tell me what's going on.
What really happened?"
Am I dying right now? Like, they be like,
something's on the floor. Something's
sir,
on the floor, sir.
I don't know how to tell you this. He's like, "What?
Hey, man, just tell me the truth."
So, your lawyer be like, "Listen, it doesn't look good. It looks."
When he does this,
and you're like,
I don't know.
And you're like, "Bro, hey, what's going on?
Tell
I'm going to jail."
So pick up on social cues now that you're able to be aware of it, and trust me, it's gonna help you a lot.
Look at some videos on social cues.
Yeah.
Don't subscribe, don't share, don't comment, don't care. Bye.
Whatever, just watch the shit. All right, golly, bro, watch.